Next tonight, though, she was destined to swim in the Olympics for us until those medal hopes were dashed following a simple bite from a tick. And now Sophie Ward is warning others of those dangers.
Yeah, Sophie's from Garstang in Lancashire. She was in Beijing for the Olympics 10 years ago when she got the chance to meet and stroke a panda. And that's when the bite happened.
Yeah, it led to years of illness, which ended Sophie's swimming dreams before finally being diagnosed as Lyme disease. Sophie joins us tonight in the studio. Thanks for coming in, Sophie.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Now, how did you get this diagnosis to start off with?
So it was only 2017 when I got the diagnosis, but it was sort of thought that it might be chronic fatigue syndrome at first, but it was only when I sort of went down to a medical centre down south, and they said, right, we need to send some bloods to Germany. We think it might be Lyme disease, and then that's when it came back from the blood test that it was.
And you remembered, did you, that you'd had that bite all those years previously?
Well, we kind of just went through the whole of my history and going through bites and all my travel history and everything like that, and we went through Mozzie bites and Turkey and places like that I'd travelled to, and it was only when my consultant said, have you been unwell through any of my other trips? And I said, well, in Beijing I had a fever. Never thought anything of it. And he was like, that was probably...
You were so fit and healthy at that point. And how tough has it been for you to give up your swimming?
It was heartbreaking, and I had a good few years where I just felt completely lost because you give your life to it. And, you know, that was my dream, that was my goal, that was plan A. There was no plan B, C or D. So it was really difficult, but I think that's why I'm so determined to help others, because I don't want people going through the hell that I go through.
You were talking to us earlier about how the symptoms could be any number of things.
Yes.
So what are the things that people should look out for? What education do they need, do you think?
So a bullseye rash is obviously a clear sign, but only 50% of cases actually get a rash.
So that's like a circle?
Yes, yeah. And then you've got fever, flu-like symptoms, migraines, joint pain. But again, like you said, it can mimic so many other illnesses. So it's important that people try and think back to whether they've been out in the garden or having a barbecue, or the children might have been rolling in grass, and really try and track their symptoms to go to the doctor and think, could it be Lyme disease? I just want to check.
What sort of effect has it had on your life day to day? How do you cope day to day?
Well, it's basically left me housebound because I can't drive. I get tired very, very quickly, so that makes obviously working very difficult. So I do a lot of my work from home. The symptoms are unpredictable. You have good days, bad days, and you just have to go with the flow, and you get to the point where you just don't want it taking any more of your life away from you, so you have to adapt and you have to fight back again. But you're always at the doctors getting monitors, having your organs monitored, because it can, you know, one thing can be fatal and that's it, and you've got to really stay on top of it and maintain your health as well as you can.
You must still have a lot of that determination you used to have as an athlete, though, because you're very determined to get this message across now.
Yes, definitely, and because I don't want people going through the hell that I'm going through, and if they can just wear repellent or wear long sleeve trousers and tuck their trousers into the socks, that might prevent them from being bitten, or even going to the doctors and saying, I think I may have been bitten, and then they seek treatment.
It could happen here.
Exactly, yeah, in the back garden, anywhere. Yeah. And, you know, it could protect and save lives.
All right, Sophie, thank you very much indeed. A great message there, and thank you for sharing your story with us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great to meet you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with it.